Hey guys, I'm just sitting in bed reading about probiotics. It's raining outside and I realized that I forgot to tell my YouTube channel and my YouTube followers that all my courses are 50% off for the next 24 hours. So I have a course on how to make sauerkraut and tons of fermented vegetables. So in that is like garden salsa, really good, pickles, medicinal garlic, sauerkraut, crunchy carrot sticks, like tons of different things like that. And that's basically how to ferment foods, the basics behind it. Do I need a starter culture? What's wild fermentation? How to do it? And when you have done that course, you'll be super confident that you can ferment basically any vegetable. So that's super great. And the best thing about this is tons of those foods, you make them once and they last in the fridge for like months and years without going bad. So you can make like a ton of sauerkraut in 1 hour and have 6 months worth of sauerkraut in your fridge. That's not going to go bad. And you can save hundreds of dollars just by doing it yourself one time. So super worth it, and it's a great skill to learn. And I teach you in that one as well, like how to get foods into picky eaters, sauerkraut juice, the pickles, all that, how to hide them in foods, how to hide them in water, how much you really need, and basically how to introduce them. So that's the first course. The second course is my bone broth meat stock course. And this is essential for GAPS. It basically teaches you what's the difference between meat stock and bone broth, benefits. I mean, the benefits are amazing. Gut health, heals leaky gut, skin elasticity, it's high in the gelatin, the collagen, everything for youthful skin. What else? Yeah, healing the gut, rebuilding your joints, and you'll understand how to make super gelatinous meat stock and bone broth in that one. How to not be wasteful, where to source your bones, the specific cuts to give you perfect gelatinous meat stock every time. Store-bought stuff sucks. It's a waste of money. Even like the good stuff, it's super high in histamines. It won't heal your gut. You tip it over, there's no gelatin. It's kept in the refrigerated section, even at health food stores, and it's just like liquid. It's water. In the fridge, it should be super gelatinous. It should be thick, almost like Jello when you spoon it out, and that is what I teach you to do in the bone broth course, because that is showing that it's really high in the proteins that are actually going to heal your gut. And there's super easy recipes in there. Like, there's no excuse. And I teach you exactly how to get it into your diet, how to get it into the pickiest eaters. There's so many good recipes in that one, and it's a staple that we have all the time. So whether you're doing GAPS or not, those are so good to learn how to do. The last one is my cultured dairy course. So fermented vegetables are amazing. Cultured dairy is also amazing. This is something that literally takes minutes to make. We go through how to make pasteurized yogurt, raw milk yogurt, sour cream with pasteurized or raw cream, and milk kefir. And then we like what to do with the whey, how to store them, how to care for your kefir grains, what not to do, how to introduce them. And one of the cool things about all the cultured dairy, if you're lactose intolerant, these foods, when they're cultured for 24 hours, they eat up all the lactose, all the casein. So they're super easy to digest, even for people who have sensitivities. Now, if you have an anaphylactic allergy, that's a different story. Don't do it. But the cultured dairy is so amazing because all of them are literally like 5 minutes of hands-on time. It's like scoop, dump, set it aside for 24 hours, and you have weeks worth of yogurt and kefir and everything. It is absolutely a staple in my house. It's so easy to do and so worth knowing. And one of the cool things about the fermented dairy, the fermented vegetables are amazing. Fermented dairy is amazing as well because it's different bacteria. You're gonna get very different bacteria in the fermented veggies. That's gonna be bacteria that's really good for your microbiome in general, but specifically the small intestines, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, your vaginal tract, your groin. These are supposed to be really acidic areas, your stomach. Lactobacillus is high in those fermented veggies, and it helps create a really acidic environment in those organs so that it's like your immune barrier. It when you come in contact with like germs, bad bacteria, it burns it up. It's inhospitable. So as well with the vaginal tract, preventing things like UTIs, thrush, all that lactobacillus in the fermented veggies, the first course, is really good for that. Cultured dairy is also really high in probiotics, but it's higher in bifidobacterium, or at least it contains it where the lacto-fermented veggies don't. So the bifidobacterium is really good for our large intestines, which is primarily populated with bacteria, more than our small intestines and our stomach should have. So it helps create an alkaline environment, which is ideal. It has strains that prevent against staph infections, strep, like strep throat. It's really good for like pandas, tons of things. If you get ticks, it's good for your oral microbiome. It basically just fights infections. I'm obsessed with kefir. I've done videos, I'm not sure if you've seen it, on comparing like kefir probiotics to some of the top probiotic supplements. Milk kefir, made in your kitchen in under 5 minutes. Beats everything. It's so much cheaper, it's so much better. It has so many strains, like 60 to 70, guys. You can go watch that video. I don't know how to link it because I'm doing a live right now for the first time. But needless to say, if you get these 3 courses, you're gonna have more than you need to know to give your health journey a huge head start. Gift them to your friend. All these courses are 50% off for the next 24 hours. So I said that on Instagram, but I forgot to include you guys, so that's why I'm doing it now. So I'm gonna extend it for another 24 hours. So that's your fermented veggies course. That's got your sauerkraut, your cultured garden salsa, medicinal garlic, all that. Your bone broth meat stock course, essential for GAPS, incredible. You'll get very gelatinous meat stock every single time. And then the last one is that cultured dairy course. I really struggle with which one's the most important. I love them all, you guys. I'm not exaggerating when I say I make meat stock weekly. I make the cultured dairy weekly. I make every food in the cultured dairy course weekly. And I make the fermented veggies maybe a few times a month. No, not a few times a month, maybe every few months. Because I like to do it, make a huge batch of sauerkraut, let it sit, and then I have months worth of it. So this is stuff where you learn how to do it. It's going to give you immense benefits, and it's not going to be taking you hours in the kitchen every week. This should not be an extra chore. This should just be something that actually makes your life simpler. You're going to save money. Oh my gosh, a jar of sauerkraut is like $20 in the store in Australia. Make it yourself, it ends up being like less than $1. It's so cheap. So super good skills to learn. And I'm going to put all the links below. This is my first live. It's very unfiltered, just in my room, reading about probiotics. But yeah, jump on that sale, guys, because I think all of these are so beneficial. And I am really proud of them because these are things I wish I knew 15 years ago when I started GAPS, when I started all that stuff, when I was just starting my health journey. I didn't know any of this. It's taken a long time to really get an understanding of things, to learn how to do these cultured veggies and everything so that they're absolutely foolproof, so that you get a good product every time. And that's where I'm giving all my secrets in those courses. So check them out.